Hey guys, welcome back to the James Bond Show. No fears, limits, or substitutes. I'm Krazy Kajeevie. Okay, so what are we doing today? First of all, what I'd like to do is apologize to everyone because I've been promising this video for like the last 24, 48 hours. It's taken me a while to do it. I also want to apologize. I've been flat out busy and I haven't got around to my A View to a Kill review, but that is coming up very soon. I'm actually going to record it tonight, so bear with me, but that's coming soon, guys. Okay, so this is huge. This video is my chance to do Bond 25 theory, and I really believe, and I hope, but I believe that I've got a lot worked out. So I've got theories. I think there's some strong evidence for these theories, and I would love you guys to comment down below after you watch this and let me know what you think of my theories, if you think they hold any water, and what your theories are, what you think is happening as well. Okay, so let's get right into this. Now, before I do though, I have to say, if you want to walk into Bond 25 with potentially no spoilers, then maybe skip this video. Give it a like anyway, but maybe skip this video. Now, they're not official spoilers, but it's what I think is going to happen. And when I give you the evidence for it, I think you're going to go, he's onto it. He's onto something. Okay. I'm going to start with the news about Christoph Waltz. I've been telling everyone for the last year and a half, Christoph Waltz is going to be in this film. I came up with a theory. I put it on some James Bond pages, including Real James Bond Fans Would Love, which I run. Come and join it if you like, guys, if you're not already a member. And I told everyone that I believed Christoph Waltz, I swear to you, this is true. It's all over that page, and Maddie Muckle, my co-admin, will, at Real James Bond Fans Would Love, can vouch for it. I even said to people, he's going to have a small role, and he will be filming at Pinewood Studios. And I said that probably about a year ago. I said, that's my thing. And the reason for that is I believe that they had to bring him back. They absolutely have to bring him back. And I think what the producers are clever with doing is, I think, even though Spectre, and I think it's unfairly underrated, and I think it's hammered by people that, I think it's a great film. The third act's a bit funny, a bit off, but overall it's a good film. But I think what the producers are going to do here, very cleverly, is they're going to make us retrospectively like Spectre. I think they're going to make us fall in love with Spectre, even though some people didn't kind of like it. I think once you see Bond 25, Spectre's going to be a direct link into it, where people go, okay, I get it. They took that, we didn't like that, the Bond brothers thing and all that, Bond and Blofeld brothers. But I think they're going to bring it in and combine it so beautifully. And I think that's why they've taken so long with the script, because they're trying to get this properly. So my prediction has just come true. Today it's been announced, and I'm going to put a link in the comments or in the area below there about Christoph Waltz coming back as Blofeld. So that prediction of mine over a year later has come true. He's filming at Pinewood Studios. Now, an executive has come out and admitted that Christoph Waltz is in the film, because Waltz was caught at Pinewood by someone, and he said to that person, you didn't see me here. Well, of course, that person's gone out and told the entire world. Now, apparently an executive said that, yes, he's back, but if I tell you any more, I have to kill you. So that kind of says it all. Now, my theory is he's going to be in a small role, kind of like Hannibal Lecter, locked away, quid pro quo type thing, giving Bond MI6 information. And my theory, and this theory is kind of based on nothing. I've got two kind of theories. I think Rami Malek, maybe three theories. I think Rami Malek is going to be Kronstein. That's my gut telling me, and I've done a video about that a while ago, thinking he could be Dr. Noel Kronstein. I'm thinking maybe Kronstein, and that he's taking over as number 2, and Blofeld's not really happy with it, so Blofeld is somehow giving information to MI6 in some way to help take Kronstein down. That's the feeling I have. My other theory is I think he could be, Rami Malek's character, could be Blofeld's son. I think that's an interesting idea. But that's kind of, I've just got a gut instinct that maybe they're going to have him as his son. Okay, let's get right into, now this is potential spoiler stuff. It's theory, but I think it holds up. So let's get into what I really think is going to happen with Bond 25. And when I blurt this out, I think you guys out there are going to go, oh, okay. You've all been duped. We've all been duped, and the media has not been very clever. Check this out. They've been telling us all, and even Barbara Broccoli and that, oh, you know, at the beginning of the film, Bond's in retirement and he's in Jamaica. No, he's not. Have a look at the Jamaica slate, and I've mentioned this in a previous video, but now I can really correlate it to what's going on. Have a look. Scene 78, take 1. That's what they were originally filming. It was scene 76 or 78. That's halfway mark in the film, almost. Okay, so this is my theory. The film starts off in Italy. I believe that Bond and Madeline are on honeymoon. Either honeymoon or they've been married a little while. But I believe that is going to be pretty much right after Spectre. And wait till you hear why. So the film's going to start off. We know now that the Italian government and the Film Commission have come out and admitted that Bond 25 PTS is going to be shot in Italy. And I think possibly 2 parts of Italy. So my belief is we're going to see the Aston Martin DB5 that Prince Charles was being shown by Daniel Craig, that has a BMW engine, and it's a fake. Basically, it's a mock-up car. I'm trying to think of the word, but I can't think of it. Carbon fiber car, because they're not going to smash up a real DB5, right? So my prediction here is Madeline is going to be killed in the opening PTS. So we're not going to be in Jamaica. We're going to be in the PTS, in Italy, in the PTS, and she's going to be killed. And I think possibly it's going to be done by Mr. Hinks returning. And so if we find out soon that Dave Bautista has been spotted in Italy and filming something over there, then mark my words, Bautista will have her killed as kind of, he comes back as revenge. I believe she's going to be killed because she said in the Bond 25 launch, Léa Seydoux said that it's very emotional. And I'm not just seen as a sexual character, but it's going to be emotional. Okay. Now, Phoebe Waller has come out and said that she's exploring James Bond going into deep depression. He's going into deep depression because she gets killed in the pre-title sequence. We get the song. Then the film starts with James Bond in Jamaica. So they didn't technically lie to you. It doesn't start in the PTS in Jamaica. It's then 4 years later, because the producers have come out and said, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge certainly did, that the film is 4 years after Spectre. Okay? The PTS won't be, and that's why they've got the DB5 tying it into Spectre. They'll kill her off. He goes to Jamaica with depression. She said he's going to be fighting depression, anxiety, he's on pills, he's a mess. Okay? Then Felix comes looking for him, and so does Lashana Lynch's character. Unfortunately, and I hope not, and Barbara Broccoli, Michael G. Wilson, and Kerry Fukunaga, if you ever hear this, please listen for my heart and what other Bond fans do not want. Please, do not tease the PC police and the virtue signalers by making Lashana Lynch's character 007 while Bond's in retirement. Don't do it. Ian Fleming never did it in his novels. It's never been done before. The fans do not want that. If you do that, you are potentially opening up Pandora's box. Now, if that's your idea to do that, then word spreads in the film that there's a black female 007. It seems like you're trying to appease crowds and you are opening up, or minority crowds that aren't into James Bond anyway, that haven't been paying tickets their entire life to go and see these films. And you're opening up Pandora's box. Please do not do that. Let her be a 005 or whatever else. But please, out of respect for Ian Fleming and the real James Bond fans out here, please, I'm begging you, do not make her 007. Go back in, change the script, or change it in post where everyone, filmmaker's final draft is done in the edit. So she goes over to Jamaica. Now, to prove this theory that Madeline is killed, Bond then goes to Europe. Apparently, he goes to Europe. Now, this has also come from the mouth of Phoebe Waller-Bridge, one of the co-writers. He goes to get out of his funk, to get out of his depressive state. Now, this is where I promise you everything is proven. All my theory, I reckon, is proven here. Okay. James Bond is not going to have sex. His character is not going to have sex with Paloma, played by Ana de Armas, while Madeline's alive. It's not going to happen. His character is not going to sleep with her a week or two later. It's not going to happen, especially the whole respect for women thing. And we're not going to feel the emotion of Bond losing her if he has sex with Ana de Armas shortly after. So they are going to continue the film right after Spectre, or a month within. She gets killed. He goes to Jamaica. Bond comes back. Felix goes and gets him. 4 years later, they go over to Europe, and then he sleeps with Paloma, Ana de Armas' character. Then he's in a relationship with her. So Madeline's now been dead for 4 years. That is honestly what I believe is going to happen. And like I said earlier, I think the whole DB5 thing, having that car like that, they're going to blow that up and they're going to kill her character off. So it could be quite interesting. To me, that's still not an On Her Majesty's Secret Service remake. People are saying it's like On Her Majesty's and all that. Now, guys, what I want to do is something a little bit different here, okay? I'm going to be a big man. I'm going to say an apology to Eon Productions. And I think a lot of us out there, a lot of the fans, and I'm probably going to get some dislikes here, guys. Please don't dislike. Like the video, because I'm putting my heart out here and letting you know what I think and being honest. I apologise. I'm an Ian Fleming fanatic and I love the novels. And what Eon have done, even though they've made mistakes, they have still given us, with the Daniel Craig era, you've got to be honest, they've given us Ian Fleming's James Bond. We haven't always had the gadgets and we haven't always had Moneypenny EQ and all that, and I get that. And Quantum of Solace was a mistake. And the Bond producers have used a complete lack of vision for this period. There's no argument in that. They've done some great things and they've done some things that lacked vision, like compared to the Marvel Universe. That's just a fact. But the fact is they've still given us Bond. Now, people to go back and say, oh, we don't want to On Her Majesty's, that's been done. Guys, no. It hasn't been done. Yes, it was done in 1969, but it hasn't been done in the Daniel Craig period. And you've got to understand that Kerry Fukunaga and these producers, they're doing James Bond in the Daniel Craig period, in the Daniel Craig era. So if he loses a wife, so what? You can't just say, oh, it's On Her Majesty's Secret Service. So what? Oh, if he has a vodka martini, do you turn around and go, oh, well, he did that in Thunderball, or he did that in Doctor No? Big deal. It doesn't matter. And we bitched and complained at the end of Die Another Day, and we're like, oh, Bond's gone crazy, Bond's gone stupid. I know, I certainly did. And we want serious Bond. So they gave us serious Bond. They gave us Casino Royale. And then, oh, he's blonde, and then they bitched about that. So what if he's blonde? He played Ian Fleming's James Bond. Now, would I prefer an actor like Matthew Good to be James Bond with his dark hair and all that? Yeah, absolutely, of course I would. But Daniel Craig has still done a brilliant job of bringing Ian Fleming's James Bond to the screen. No one can argue about that. So we can't as Bond fans, we can be complete hypocrites, and we want our cake and we want to eat it as well. So do you want goofy, stupid Die Another Day films, or do you want more serious Fleming films? And I think before you guys go back and rewatch the Ian Fleming films, guys, go and read some Ian Fleming novels. If you haven't read them for years, get them out and read them. And then go back and watch the Daniel Craig films. And I think you'll get more appreciation of what he's done. So, guys, that's my overall theory. I also still believe that potentially Felix may die in Jamaica. And I've got one other little theory. I think Lashana Lynch possibly could be related to Felix Leiter. I know if she's MI6, it might be a bit weird if she's his daughter or something, but I've got a feeling there might be a connection there, and that's why they're both in Jamaica as well. And I don't know if it would make sense for Lashana Lynch's character to stick around and be in Europe if Felix is also in Europe. I think it could just be too many characters. So I've got a feeling he might die as well. I know there is a car chase and a blown up car in Jamaica, and that could be the kicker for Bond to leave and go to Europe as well. Guys, that's my theory. I'd love to know what you think. Please drop a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share this with your friends, and come join us on James Bond Collector's page, and real James Bond fans would love. And until next time, guys, Keep on bonding.